All right, here's the state's fake sun. All right, and so where I stood at the opposite end of the Ontario Town Square, that's Euclid Avenue, where I was standing over there, and it was directly over my head over there. So I've crossed, all right, it was over the Wells Fargo building. All right, so now I'm closer here to 280 North Lemon, and this is the direction where I usually walk. And the state's fake sun, as I showed with Dietz towing, and the state's fake sun and that impossible light activity, that was some real-time satanic conduct that I captured. And the state keeps its fake sun over me as I walk past Metro 102, fake sun over me as I walk past 280 North Lemon Apartments. And as I move closer to the property, here's the state's fake sun. And as I was over at Wells Fargo, the fake sun over me at that building, okay? And the absence of any sun over the library. So this is, what I'm showing is this is not the sun, this is the low hovering light source, and it is being dragged in real time everywhere that I am moving. And this is also that which is, even if you just forget about everything that I already documented with regard to the state stalking with its light, the actual sun, if this were the actual sun, you're talking about very rapid movement. And the relative location, for example, if it was the actual sun over me at the museum, I would not be capturing it remaining at the same central location over my head, all right? Over edges of the buildings, like being very precise as to where I am at a certain moment in time. It would be relative to where I'm capturing it. So, for example, I will be moving my body to face this direction to capture the sun that's going to be relatively in this location where the museum building is, not keeping the central location over my head, even being as precise as being over the edge of a building in order to touch me with light. While, by the way, that is coinciding with the state's impossible light activity. It is also coinciding with the people, their behavioral pattern and their stalking and ongoing maintenance of light activity, in addition to what is the stalking by helicopter planes, police, fire, and ambulance, in addition to the ongoing criminal obstruction of justice, these criminal acts that I've documented the state engaging in, that also is working to try to conceal the fact that this is an ongoing real system. This is the tying together of all of that, and this is what defies common sense, the state's conduct with this light source. And there is still no sun over the Ontario Over Family Community Library. And that's just not just based on the last week of documentation. This is an ongoing, heavily documented area. And you have seen from the beginning what the state has been doing with its light before it was aware of the fact that I was honing in on the light, okay, with its fake sun. All right. Even before I was actually specifically doing it, the state's fake sun at this time is remaining over my car before the Ontario Police Department stole it at Vine and G Street at 713 North Vine Avenue. That is impossible to coexist as well. The totality of the documentation. Okay, it is 10:43 a.m. And the state's fake sun even documented, just isolating it to the museum, remaining over the museum right now at the same sort of location directly over my head as I am at the property of the Ontario Museum, as I am there at well after 11 up to 12 p.m. And the state's fake sun is directly over me at that same precise corner where I capture it, over me at that property. All right, so this is blatant stalking with the light. This is showing what the people are engaged in. It is absolutely satanic conduct, and that's impossible light activity across the brick wall as that group stalker crosses path. That's not natural light activity. That's the African American female 7EYX978. That's demonic activity. All right, that's what I showed you with Dietz towing, coexisting with this light activity. It's demonic, and that's the system of monitoring. That's P.O.C.